Hello, YouTubers. Welcome to another edition of the Nerd Show. Today we're going to talk about the conspiracy that Windows 8 was sabotaged on purpose and how Steve Ballmer has changed his, you know, priority at running a company. Now, first thing we gotta talk about is this past year has been the first time that Steve Ballmer has really been a CEO because before that he's doing the same thing he's always done at Microsoft, which is, you know, manage the company's, stock portfolios and all that other stuff. He's basically, in my honest opinion, there are at least five other people who should be running Microsoft. They're not because the Steve is buddy buddy with Bill Gates. But Steve Ballmer has realized that just showing people Metro and say, hey look, it's so cool, or hey look, touchy touchy touchy. PC users are not that dumb. PC users are more mature and they want to do more advanced things than they do on a tablet. And it also makes no sense for a PC to run apps because apps are apps are used to adapt something for a non-traditional or minority device, and most everything in programming was centered around PC. There's a time when it was centered around Mac, but there was this whole, basically, Adobe Flash caught on. Macs cannot support Flash. Well, they can run Windows now, but back then they couldn't support Flash. And internet developers favored Flash because of its ease to program for. So Steve Ballmer has now been advertising Windows 8 in terms of what the power user can do with it and what the benefits are. I mean, the scientific benefits, not just the philosophy of it. But either way. Now, it's not far-fetched to believe that maybe Windows 8 was sabotaged by Steve Ballmer because of one important idea, which is something that is perfect is not productive. And Windows 7, arguably enough, even though Windows 8 is faster in terms of computing, there's not really any improvements you can make to the Windows 7 interface. And I think it was kind of, Steve Ballmer was worried that it was going to be the next XP, which XP is a disease that just won't go away. But anyway, pretty much he's trying to first fix something and break it at the same time, so that way Windows 8 will have a big flaw, but it will still have a reason to be used over Windows 7 in terms of things like opportunity cost. You will make an average of $1,000 more per year by using Windows 8 compared to Windows 7 or Windows XP. But regardless if you like a Metro or not, it's not bad. It's just has no business being a primary interface for a PC because, like I already mentioned, if you're into stuff like that, you can buy this for $100. An Ultrabook costs the minimum of $500 for a basic i3 and a basic Intel HD graphics card at about normal size 15-inch touchscreen computer. You know, but Steve Ballmer has changed his advertising and he's starting to catch on. You know, he's starting to learn the three important ideas, not ideas, but rules, or more importantly, science and economics, which is find a customer for your product you before you create that product. A business must evolve, but you must stay on a path in which you appeal to a certain, a certain buyer who has the most economical power to buy your product and enough, you know, enough reason to use your product. And things like Android and all those other gizmos, they're really cool toys, but at the end of the day, they're just toys. A PC is for business purposes, not a toy. That's why you don't see 5-year-olds running around with Ultrabooks. Okay? But anyway, Steve Ballmer is doing better, and you give him like a year, he might actually do well at running Microsoft. Okay? It's only taken about $4 billion in debt for him to learn this.